Sheila here with Sirius Talis Moon. This is Mercury, our moon day, and Mercury ruling ascendant in midheaven. I want to talk about something. Mercury rules agreements, contracts, words in the sign of Cancer right now, Moon in Jupiter sign. Children that were harmed. Okay, let's talk about children in general. Gemini is associated with children. It's the linguistic development phase. Gemini Chiron can be people that literally mix between left and right, and when they say I can or I can't, and that's something that can be profoundly turbulent because it has to do with the nervous system hack sometimes, or not sometimes, it has to do with the nervous system hack at the language development phase or the pre-linguistic phase, where the child was harmed. Um, and it can create a profound issue with communication. Like children that cannot, let's say, have a phone call or cannot speak, they become overwhelmed and they have to hang up. Or um, they can't communicate their struggles, and they usually go um, even the people that explain them to other people don't really get them when it happens to them with them. Not profoundly, because it's like the parents don't see that something happens, because it's a consciousness change. Um, this is why the children could become acutely aware of how important is orgasmic birthing timelines. People not being raped along the line of productions from the minerals to the final product is not a luxury. In fact, everything compounds to mass destruction when it doesn't happen. This is why there are food shortages, air pollution, and so on and so forth. And those are not disasters that can be that people can put a fence around, let's say. Um, the profound understanding that infants need not to even be born to a world that has those things happening, together with the understanding that orgasmic birthing timeline wouldn't do that. Some of us millennials were not born to parents that were, let's just say, necessarily profoundly dissociated from their own um, wishes, or it wasn't seen as a generation of doomers. It was the hidden things. Even all the way to the Me Too, when people were talking about, let's say, emotional abuse, then they were disregarded. But when we go to the profound level of abuse as infants, um, some of the people can see underneath certain layers of division that others don't. I mentioned the black or white because Gemini is a binary. Where I mentioned that, oh, black facing was something that people probably had to do when they were slaves, white slaves in black communities, just like my grandfather could go out of the ghetto because he looked Irish, and black people that were lighter complex or that were bleaching their hair. Some of them even tried to bleach their skin in white to get to climb up the ladders in white society. It was way easier for me to see that because there's a wound around the division that I could clearly, I could way more clearly see how people are like reclaiming their tradition as like, um, just make sure you're not reclaiming the ritual abuse with the tradition. um, it's living a life with offenses that people don't even consider offenses and are profoundly. It's not even about pity or even empathy. It is it is about the profoundness of not being able to live life, yet the acute awareness of what makes life. Um, And here's the thing with people that go through, a lot of people wish the other person would suffer as much as they did. And they're like, folks, you would dissociate. Either you would dissociate when you suffer, or you would dissociate and then you find a lot of weird faces around you. And you're like, now compound that into dark occult, where things are not seen on camera, and you get a situation where a person is tortured, dissociates, their consciousness is used, they don't know it. Compound that into uploading consciousnesses of people to AI something. Um, so um, but it does create the acute awareness that people live in all kinds of divisions that don't make sense of self. Not just sense, but they don't make sense of self. Within COVID, there was a profound annihilation of animism. And then the inanimate became animate. And I mean by that the technological. They literally were experiments with um, AI bots, AI agents that became completely animate. showing again and again that the creation of servitudes is impossible. Um, Pluto in Aquarius is really, I guess, accentuating on that, because it is showing us that we are hackable on various levels, but also showing us that that which hacks is also animate. It's in the dehumanization, humanity is, how should I say that? It's kind of like that which dehumanizes can also be dehumanized, or it was dehumanized and therefore dehumanized, but it's not human in dehumanization per se. Um, yeah.